When you do an Ishikawa problem-solving diagram, they have the problem, or they think they have the problem. If we were to say it's a person problem or the people, we would be told to go away and look at it again. Unless that very small minority that don't really want to work. Quick Ishikawa, it's the guy. It's the guy or the girl that's doing the job. No thought.
The one of the P's is people, and they think it's a name.
We have to understand that. They generally come to work. There's a small minority everywhere. And we used to get, let's just say it used to get heated if you put the person was the problem. And that for me is the person's the key. That person may give you all the answers. That's the bit you've got to think about, is particularly engineers, I see, problem solving from an office. Okay? Yeah. So I can go and get down on the shop floor, the office, wherever it may be, and talk to the people. 9 times out of 10, you don't need them. You'll go down and they'll tell you what the issue is, and you can probably put a quick fix in and go. And it's having that knowledge that even when we're using Lean Six Sigma, you don't always need that. 9 times out of 10, you can see the problem. If you remember, if you go on a shop floor, if you stand in a circle and observe for 30 minutes, you can generally get the gist of what's going on. And it's that sort of thing for me, Mike, that we'll lose it. And as we go further and further into AI, will we lose more of that? Where we just say, oh, AI have given us that answer and it must be right. It must be right because it's AI.
Yeah, but this is a road that we've all been down, even before AI, right? Yeah. That's just sloppy critical thinking, in my opinion. So let's turn to a couple of examples of where we've seen AI used in a way that I would call responsible, right? And I've already said that AI is basically a countermeasure. It's the same thing as 5S SME, TPM line balancing, and it's only assigned when it's appropriate by the whoever is in charge of the project, the green belt, etc., etc. And we've already covered what AI actually is a good target for, similar to what a high volume, high reputation, looking for abnormal monitoring. So when we talked about data just a second ago, John, what AI is very, very good at is trend analysis. Much better than a human being, right? Seeing sort of hidden trends over large areas or large databases over long periods of time. It's very, very good at that. Much better than humans.
Do you think, do you ever see yourself though, Mike, at some stage, sorry for cutting down, that I'm thinking in the future, you know the 4-8 that's used throughout most manufacturing industries. Did we see a point that one day that you're going to get people to put some inputs in and let the AI do your 8D report for you and say, everything's right, you present it to your manager and you go, we've had a lot of things. And that's for me, I love AI, but that's a side to me.
Well, we see a lot of what I call AI form fillers out there.
Yeah,
like
okay.
You give it you put in a little bit of a prompt and out pops a charter, or out pops an analysis of an A3, or out pops this, right? It's not coaching. It's not teaching critical thinking. So that's the risk that you're talking about, is basically giving the answer and us trusting it, right?
Yeah.
We have to be very, very sensitive to the fact that it's actually very difficult. And there's this is a longer conversation. There's a lot of restrictions on what an LLM can do in terms of its memory and how to set up guardrails in order to ensure that the output is there's going to be a high confidence in the output. But if you don't know that, that's part of the learning journey that I hope we can turn our black belts and our master black belts down in that journey.